Thursday. Happy Thursday. My name is Maureen and I am with His Girls Designs. Happy Thursday. Are you ready to craft? All right. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo están todos? How are you all? My name is Maureen with His Girls Designs and I am here to craft with you for the next 45 minutes. Hopefully you'll get to join in. Hello, Tracy. Hello. Hopefully you get to join in for the next 45 minutes. We're going to be crafting together. And today we're going to be making drum rolls. We're going to be making plaster angel on a canvas. Plaster angel on a canvas. That's on the menu for today. How are you guys? Let me know who is here. I see Miss Natalie Marie. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining. And today, hi Cheryl, my sweet friend. Thank you for joining. And this is the third time in a row that I'm going to be. I was here on Tuesday, I was here Wednesday, and today is Thursday, October the 23rd. So happy Thursday to you. I could see it. I could see it. Friday's just around the corner. Woohoo! Tomorrow and Friday here on Craft on the Clock, you guys are going to have a brown paper bag fun Friday crafting event. So hope you guys can enjoy it. I will not be crafting tomorrow. I'm going to be vegging out. I am. I love vegging out on Fridays unless I get called in to work. So I'll let you know. But yes, hello, Miss Kay Williams. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling love. And thank you, Cheryl and Marie and Natalie for sprinkling. How I'm feeling, I believe it or not, I'm finally starting to feel much better. The medicine, the last medicine that I bought for the cough seems to have been working the best. I'm not completely out of the woods, but I could see clearly now. The rain is gone. The cough is almost gone. I'm looking forward to all of this cold weather that is coming up. By the way, we're going to be, if you're watching me live, there's a little red box right around here that says live, and I would love to hear from you. Would love to chat live. And if you have any comments, I hope that I'll be able to answer them. And if you're watching me here, I have one friend here watching me on via YouTube. So let me go ahead and pull up my YouTube right now. Hold on a second. And I pull up my YouTube so that at least I could be able to see the comments because they're hard to see. Oh, our friend B. How are you, Miss B Walker? How are you? Thank you so much for always joining us on YouTube. Those that are starting to come in on YouTube, thank you so much. My name is Ryan with His Girls Designs. I hope you guys could enjoy this next 45 minutes of crafting, live crafting that we're going to be doing a plaster angel. So I'm on canvas and I have everything ready right here. So let's see if we could get cooking. Anybody else, let me know who is here. We'd love to hear from you. And if you say hello, I will give you a shout out, of course. And I see Cassidy, how are you? Thank you for joining. All right, so let me show you what I have here for today. By the way, if you are not subscribed and would like to see more of this kind of crafts, kind of this material, this content, make sure that you are subscribing, you're following. That way you could be able to for me to come directly to you, and also it also helps me a lot to be able to grow and to advance on my goals. So I appreciate you when you do that. I have here a canvas and we're going to be using that, and we're going to leave it just the way it is. It's a canvas that I purchased at Dollar Tree for good old $1.25. A few things are still $1.25, and a Dollar Tree, the DT. Let's just call it DT because Dollar Tree seems a little bit too deceiving. But yeah, so this is still $1.25, and it is an 8x10. So it's a 100% cotton stretch canvas, and I think it's good. It's good. It's good for the money. It's good for the price. Let's see. Hi, Brit. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hello. And thank you for those hearts, B. Don't forget, hey you guys, I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 500 followers. So any type of help that you could give me, that would be great. I have here is a sheet of music. You all, can you believe I do not have any music sheets? I looked in my pile. I don't have any music sheets, and my printer broke down. So I need to probably buy a new printer. And the last one that I had is way too slow. Anyway, so I went ahead and got this one. Thankfully, I had this one. It's just one for what do you call that? goodness, I forgot what kind of paper this is. What do you call this kind of paper? Now I can't remember. Anyway, you know, the ones that we do albums with. Gosh, I can't remember. But anyways, that is it's kind of getting late. And let's see. Hello, Miss Linda. Good evening to you, Michelle. Let me know where you guys are watching. We're right down here, and it's almost 11 o'clock today. So, oh, B, really? You have music sheets? Oh, thank you. I will do so. I will do so. B, if you don't hear from me tonight, send me a message just in case if I forget. All right. All right, so I'm gonna have the canvas. We're also obviously we said plaster, so I'm gonna show you the big old tub of plaster that I have. Here it is, and I just got this. I think it was at Lowe's. So we're gonna do that. I have some paint here, right on here, and I have some. This is an old piece of a candle that I left out. Hi, Miss Kathleen and Miss Janet. How are you? All right, let's get ready to rumble here. And Jackie from Jackie. Oh, music paper. Yes, it is music paper, but it's goodness, I forgot. Scrapbooking. Thank you, Michelle. Scrapbooking. It just escaped my mind, the name. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do here, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start painting it. I taped this so that it could stay put, and it's not doing its job. I'm going to start using some of this elephant paint by Waverly, and that's the first paint that we're going to be putting on this canvas. This canvas is going to stay exactly the same way. In other words, that I'm not removing any staples from any side. So it's going to stay put, and we're going to start getting our canvas painted. Okay, so some dry pieces there. And I had this baby upside down for a reason. Hold on a second. I hate it when all of those pieces come down. Okay, so we're going to give this a full coverage of elephant paint. This might just be enough. Full coverage of elephant paint, and honestly, whatever gray paint you have. And if you don't have gray paint, then just mix your old big, good old black and white. There we go. Now this kind of canvas, I would love to see it framed. That's what I would love to see, that framed up. So would love to see this framed up, and I think that would look so much better. But I was looking to see what kind of frames I have here, and I didn't have anything that will resemble, will fit a canvas. So I think I'm gonna have to go through it out. By the way, I heard Miss Tracy that we will have in the works coming up very soon, sooner than you probably expect, another Craft 30 market. And so, and this was going to be a specific for Christmas stuff. So I believe it or not, I am prepping. I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and I'm making inventory. Hey, how are you? Is it hey or he? Can I say happy birthday to your dad? His name is Nick Gert. Hello, happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños. Have a happy birthday, Dad. Next, Mr. Nick Gert, happy birthday to you. All right, so completely covered, as you could see. I'm gonna put my brush over here, and now we're going to dry it. Yay, Craft Market, yes, that's gonna be one, and this is gonna be completely on Christmas. We wanna make sure that we get the rush of the shipping out. And for this one, I am seriously going to prep. So I'm going to be, believe it or not, having multiples of certain items. I was sitting down with my children today, making an inventory and making count of what exactly I want to have. So just stay tuned for that one. Angie Stevens, welcome. Thank you for being here. And you are in upstate South Carolina, my friend. I bet you're having a beautiful weather over there, Miss Janet. Rhonda Lee, how are you? from East Tennessee. Welcome, welcome. If you seem so, I don't recognize your name, so welcome. And I hope that you enjoy this crafting tonight. And if you do, don't forget to press that follow button. All right. And anybody else that I missed here? Brit, I believe I said hello to you. Thank you. You're good. All right. So let me know, friends, any big awesome plans for this weekend? It's an awesome weekend to kind of enjoy some fall festivals, right? An awesome weekend to enjoy some fall festivals, to go pumpkin, what do you call that? Hold on a second, it's a little bit of white here. To go and enjoy those to go get some pumpkins this weekend, right? All right, so just want to make sure that we got it fully covered. After this, we're going to be painting it with some white, and we're also going to be doing the wax. So we're going to try to get a little bit of chippiness without being too chippy. Just where it needs to go. There we go. I don't have any big plans for this weekend. I need to be working, getting with my children. We're going to be working on filling out some of those applications for financial aid, the FAFSA, for next school year. We're also filling out some applications for grants. So that's what we're going to, what's in the plan for this weekend. So, all right, so this looks fully covered. I want to make sure the sides are done. And this is something that I could have done without you guys on the outside. But sometimes it's good to see the whole process from start to finish. All right, so that is done. Now the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a good old piece of wax here. Again, this is something that was sitting out, a candle that I have left out outside. And now what I'm going to do is just basically on the outsides. Vintage Retail by Myra. How are you, Myra? I was watching some of I stopped on one of your videos this week, one of your lives. Gosh, you have a gift, my friend. You have a gift. Yeah, it's just the ability that, by the way, if you don't know, Vintage Retail Therapy by Myra, she is obviously a retailer, and so make sure that you stop at her website. And Myra, we would love for you to just drop the link to your website. Shop on her website, my friends, for some of the things that you may need, paints and finishes. But it's just to be able to have someone that could guide you, to have to know what to, when you want to do a certain effect. This lady, she knows her stuff, friends. She really truly knows her stuff. So make sure you take advantage to get those projects now for Christmas. All right, so I did my wax. Here it is. Especially notice that I didn't do much in the middle. We're not going to need anything done in the middle. I'm going to put my brush over here. We're not going to need anything done in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and start painting it right now with my white. And this one I'm using some Folk Art Terracotta brand, and it's an Adobe White. Adobe White. Myra, and go ahead and put your website, friend. That way we could be able to get to you quicker. Looking for a nice bigger brush here. I don't have to do too much back and forth. Oh, B, you're back on here. Let's see. Hi. Daily, how are you? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Adobe White here. Put it over here. And I'm going to start brushing. And remember, we're going to be removing some of that with wax. I'm going to heat it up and then remove some of that. make it a little cheapy. All right, guys, I've only been crafting for several years now. And I just told my son, I'm like, I decided to finally, you're probably going to see me wearing the same old clothes, you all. Thank you for the website, you guys. Thank you. So make sure that you guys, to support not only a small business, you guys, but a women-owned business, a woman-owned business. So, and yeah, so if you need all of your paints, and not only that, but just the wisdom of someone that knows her stuff. As I said, I'm going to be wearing the same old thing, you guys. I got tired of of kind of having to my apron is somewhere around there, always thrown around, and I get splashes of paint on my sleeves. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and paint with the same old clothes all the time. It's only taking me probably like 3-4 years to realize that. But better late than never. All right, so I am trying to give it some semi full coverage. As you could see, not really full coverage. Because at the end we're gonna have to remove some of this paint anyways. You know what? I have like 3 different aprons, B. I do have like 3 different aprons. 2 of them are folded. One of them is here. And I always forget because I get hot, and Lord knows that I don't need an extra layer of clothes to be fidgeting with. So yeah, so anyway, so then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go craft with the same old stuff. Miss Cindy is not. Have you guys seen Miss Cindy? I haven't seen her today. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it here and there. I'm gonna go ahead and, because some of it is gonna be covered anyways. You have to wear, I know. I have to wear an apron too. But I get hot. Lately I haven't been too hot because the weather at night has been, going down a little bit, but sometimes it gets pretty hot here. Yes, Myra is an experienced YouTube. Myra, they say Myra's an experienced crafter. Absolutely. Yes, she is. All right, so I got me my little scraper here. So as I heat up my my wax again, we're going to just go ahead and start removing some, just to get it get the look that I'm kind of wanting to get. Kind of like a chipped up, is that what you said? Chippy kind of look. See, the wax, as it heats up, it has allowed to get some of that paint off. Without hardly any okay. So I think I got what I wanted. Okay, so I think I got what I wanted. Here we go. I think I got a little bit too much there. So let me see if I could just put some back. Because I think that corner just got a little bit too much off. And we'll try to redo that effect in just a second. All right, so now that we got our background done, let's go ahead and work on our angel. The first thing we're going to do is that we're going to get our plaster out, and we're going to be mixing. I think I got my mixing bowl kind of rolled over there. I'm going to go grab it. And I'm sure there's many other ways that you guys can do this chippy look as well, but this is the way that I chose. All right. So I know that there's a way that we could do some tape, and I actually got my tape here, trying to see if that will work as well. Let's see. You guys ready? Let's see if the tape removal kind of works. Okay, semi. Maybe I'm not doing it correctly. All right, so now let's go ahead and get our mixture done. I'm gonna put this to the side. Over in my little bowl, my little mixing bowl, you still have hot flashes, and I always have fan on me. Yeah. I can't deny it. I'm getting old. Deb Cub, how are you, my sweet lady? Yeah, you haven't seen Miss Cindy today? Well, Miss Cindy from Create with Cindy's Creation, we missed you. We miss you, girlie. Where are you? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some wax from in here. I'm sorry, not some plaster. And this is some regular good old plaster for the wall, you guys. If you have some from our previous project, go add it. If you have molding clay, clay, which is the one that is a little softer, will be a good one to use as well. I think that's plenty for the amount that we need. Okay, over with this paint, I will be adding some things. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of my wood glue. I always love adding a little bit of wood glue to my plaster, just because it makes me feel that it's going to adhere to the surface. Probably, if I have to measure it, probably will be between a teaspoon and a tablespoon, depending on the amount. Okay. And in addition to this, I am going to be adding some paint. Now, the paint that I'm adding to this, I want to add some white, but I want to add a little bit of a pearly white. So I'm going to be adding this Mother of Pearl paint by Folk Art. And this is, just don't add a little bit too much, because it will make your paint a little more loose, a little bit more runny. So I'm going to mix that in. There we go. That looks good to me. It looks like kind of like a chunky, or like a thick, between thick and creamy peanut butter. Okay, not chunky, thick and creamy peanut butter. Okay, so there it is. All right, so now I'm going to use this little plaster knife. I know it's not called plaster knife, putty knife. And now I'm going to decide which way I want this to go. I'm gonna go give this. It's not showing me the same color as the other one. Okay. I'm going to check and see which way I want this to go. Let me see. What? No gold? The gold is coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. No beautiful flower today. I'm gonna be making an angel. Speaking of flowers, she just reminded me. You guys, this is the flowers that I made last night. So this is the flower that I made with you online here live. This is the one, the golden one. Gosh, she moved this. There you go. These petals. There you go. So this is the flower. It's a poinsettia, but look at the ones that I made. I decided to make this one in red and with the book pages. Look at that. See how it has the 2 layers? Look at that. So what I decided to do is that I went ahead and did my gold pen on the leaves, I'm sorry, on the edges of the petals. So let me show you what I did. I layered up my petals, and as you could see, this is one petal. See that? This is one petal. And then I layer it up with a smaller petal, book page petal on top of it. See? One on top of the other, just like so. There we go. And that's what gave me this effect. So just play around with it. I still have another one to do. As you could see, here's the ones for yet one more. I was thinking of, they turned out quite big. I was going to put them as napkin holders, but they turned out a little bit too big. So I was thinking of creating one more of these and be able to put it on an indoor wreath. So this is gonna go 1, 2, and 3 together. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on an indoor wreath. That's what I was thinking of doing. But yeah, that was my work from last night. And it's paper, you guys. It's paper, so if nothing, it's not going to break. It's a really thick paper. Just need to just stay put. There. Those turned out adorable, yes. And if you look at my link from yesterday, it will be there. And if not, then you could always check on my YouTube. It was yesterday's live. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make some type of triangle, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil here and I'm going to guide myself because I want to make sure that I leave enough space for the head. So I'm going to kind of draw a little bit of my head. This is my planning time. Let me bring it a little closer to you. So this is my planning. I'm going to go ahead and make the head kind of like making sure that it is kind of like a little bit more over here. Making sure that it's kind of centered. And I noticed that right away, notice that it's a little bit tiny off. So I'm going to come, and this is kind of in a triangle shape, triangular, kind of here. Then my wings will go around there. So just want to make sure that we have kind of like a plan. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but I don't want to make it too dark. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start from the very bottom to the top, okay? And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start taking, first of all, I'm going to take, believe it or not, a big blob of my plaster, making sure that I'm staying in that triangle that I just drew out. I'm going to guide it or place it where I want it to go. And there is a piece that looks a little too chunky. This is the plaster that I just mixed with some wood glue and some mother of pearl paint from Folk Art. And now you understand what I was trying to say about making sure that it stays put, that it glues. Well, this is why I wanted to glue too. I wanted to adhere well to my canvas. So there it is. So this is more like going to be like an impasto kind of style, which you're going to have a three-dimensional, more like a three-dimensional painting. If you give me 1 second where I'm not looking right now at what you are maybe pointing. Oh, thank you, B. She says stunning, of course. Okay, so now I'm going to, now that I kind of got it more or less where I want it to go, I'm going to make sure that I have it evened out. In other words, the thickness, the level of the thickness, I kind of want to make sure that it is even. Some clumps there. Okay. And bring it all the way towards the bottom here. Not all the way, but making sure that it's even on the edges. I want to make sure that I have that. Okay. Now, as you could see, I'm making it kind of all smoothed out, but it's not going to be smooth for much longer. See? I'm going to make sure that you guys in different lighting. Now I'm going to go ahead and and start from the bottom. Actually, let me think. Yeah, from the bottom. I'm going to be able to make some markings, and if I need to add a little bit more, be able to do some markings. And that's why I didn't take it all the way to the bottom. As you could see, as I push it down, it's going to right away start bringing it down. The reason why I'm adding a little bit more of this, of the plaster, as I'm pushing down, the clay, it thins it out. So I want to make sure that I have basically the same thickness throughout. Okay, so that's what it is. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to make another row. And as I'm making another row on the sides, I want to be able to kind of come out just so that it doesn't look straight, a triangle side. So that way the rope of the angel becomes a little bit more organic shape rather than a shapy triangle, like a boxy triangle. That's what I don't want. Don't want a boxy triangle. Going to get a little bit more of the clay, I'm sorry, the plaster, and I'm going to do the same thing, just so that I don't have a boxy triangle. But I'm going to press down and drag it out. Press down, drag out. Press down, drag down. Oh, over here it's kind of wanting to pull up. So there. See that? Going to do the same thing with my next one. Press down, pull, press down and drag, press down and drag. Last one. Press down and drag. Noticing that here is missing some. Wanted to add here. And there. So far that's going to be the dress, the robe. Now I'm going to create a little bit different coloring and I'm going to be adding a different color. Thank you for those hearts. Is that to make the feathers? No, it's going to be the robe. I have the papers to make the feathers. So this one is going to be warm bisque or biscuit, almendra cálida. So I'm going to take just a little tiny bit here. I'm going to go ahead and just mix just on a little angle here. I mean, I'm going to get a little bit, I just don't have another dish. That's what it is. I'm going to get a little bit of my, and this is kind of like a skin color. And this is going to be just for his face. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And you can make him obviously whatever ethnic group you want your angel to be. And I'm going to take what seems to be a large amount. And that is because we want his face to stand out. I'm going to come and bring it over here. And I'm going to make some type of semicircle for his face, for his head. This angel is not going to have a face. It's going to be just kind of like a silhouette in a way. There. Just kind of like a semicircle. As close of a circle as you could get it to look. There. So there is our sweet angel. For the next part, we're going to have to be really tricky. It's going to be, I may not be able to do it with this one. For the next part, we're going to be adding, oh, thank you, Myra. Thank you, friends. All right, so for the next part, I am not going to be adding the halo. We're not going to be doing the halo with the plaster. It's going to be tricky to try to get plaster out there to do the plaster around. So we're going to use the next best stain that is going to look like plaster once it dries, and we color it. And we're going to be adding some hot glue. Now the hot glue is going to go make that oval part. Thank you for the hearts, you guys, on YouTube. Don't forget, those that are here, make sure they subscribe, please. I'm going to go ahead and get it so that I could look like a halo. And I could come around with it a second time around and squeeze some more hot glue onto there and make it look like his halo. All right, so I had a little bit of something there stuck on there, but I'm afraid to remove it because then it's gonna drag that. I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so we're gonna let that halo dry. I'm not sure if you could see it. I mean, different, there you go. Can you see that? We're gonna let that halo dry, and then we're gonna paint it gold. We're gonna start letting all of these things dry. What are we going to do for the wings? So for the wings, I'm going to start now folding, and actually not folding, but I need to cut. And this paper is not double-sided, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it because I want my wings, hold on, to have the same shape. And the shape is going to be, let me see if I could get you a thick marker so you guys can see. My shape is going to be kind of like this. Can you see that? That is kind of like my shape. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this side. One turned out, it's hard to work when you are sideways. All right, so for this side, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. You know why? Because that way I have them all going. I have some from one side and some for this side. So just because we're lazy, we're not really, but we kind of are. Just want to cut the top part, which has the part that we don't need. Let me look at the bottom, making sure that, okay, we're good. We're not lazy, you guys. We just want to make sure that we cut time. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. I don't know what the heck is going on here. YouTube, I don't know, I get some things trying to create or copy my voice or whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to start here and just copying that shape. Made it a little bit bigger. Okay. use that same shape. I'm gonna try to cut some more. It's a weird shape, I know, but I thought it will give me a little bit of the movement that I want on the wings. And let me show you, because time is time is a thief. Time is a thief, you guys. Time is a thief and steals from me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get you with these, the ones that I have already. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I want to do. And this is kind of like my template. So for this, I'm definitely going to be using my hot glue. You can use your tacky glue. And actually, you know what? For the beginning, I'm going to use my tacky glue. You know why? Because if I use my tacky glue, I'm able to remove or move around whatever I need. So let's be smart. So I'm going to start with the bottom one. So I'm going to see what shape do I want my wings to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my pencil again. I need to look at this one, you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw them out, and then I'll show you. It's hard to kind of, there we go. Because we don't want them to look, we don't want the angels to look kind of like a butterfly-ish kind of look. You know what I mean? I don't know. We don't want them to look butterfly-ish. So I kind of drew something out there. I'm not sure if you could see that well, but I kind of drew something out there. So we don't want them to look butterfly-ish. So I'm going to start from the bottom. Just making sure that I have enough here. I'm going to start from the bottom. And I'm going to start gluing them. And I think that's going to give me that texture, that kind of like, I don't know, what can I call it? You know, like it's different, like feathers, kind of like, you know, that's all I'm trying to do. Kind of like creating like a feathery effect without using feathers. And these music sheets, and, you know, angels are usually praising God in the highest. So I'm going to show you what I got. And you tell me whether it looks... Now, when I'm gluing, I'm not gluing the bottom tip. I'm gluing mostly the top. Let me bring some more. And you guys can be our critics here. And see if it's a yay or nay. Okay, see that effect on my wings? Kind of wanted to start looking feathery, kind of like three-dimensional, without using feathers. Yeah, I'm doing an angel man. An angel man or an angel lady. I'm not quite sure. Aren't they supposed to be sexless, right? All right. I think I'm good with these. I like... Oh, go higher. Go higher. I like the way that they came out. So now I'm going to cut some more. But do you see that? Let me know. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Of course, Myra. Yes, I actually have some pictures that I got to take. I haven't taken pictures. You know why I haven't taken pictures, you guys? It's because I get here late. And I get here late and nothing like, you know, morning light to take pictures, right? Nothing like daylight to take pictures. So hopefully, maybe, perhaps tomorrow, I have to leave. I have to be at work at 11:15. So, so hopefully tomorrow I could be able to do my pictures. You know, this is like a giant kidney bean shape for the angel wings. I don't know what other shape I could tell you, but anyways, I'm not sure who's our next presenter here on Craft Around the Clock. I'm not sure if there's a next presenter here on Craft Around the Clock, you guys. So I'm not sure if I'm the last. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure we have a late night crafter. But if, hope it's not Myra. Not Myra, Mara. But anyways, I'm going to probably perhaps finish up on Craft from the Clock. Just because we want to be good sport. And I'm going to finish it up on my YouTube channel, which is showing right now. And that is because I really don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm the last one. You guys sometimes know more than I do. So I think the last time, I forgot who told me, no, I'm the last one. I'm like, no, I wasn't sure. But you know, you guys are usually more in tune. So anybody else? And can somebody, do you guys know if I'm the last? The last or the last or the last? I'm not sure. Miss Patty, did I say hello to you? Patty Mayer. I want to make sure that if I didn't, thank you so much for being here, friend. Okay, these did not come out really nicely cut, so I'm going to round them up some more. All right. There's still 20 of you here on Facebook, so should we continue? I feel bad, you guys. Are we the last? Okay, I'm going to start from here. Okay, Cheryl, notice that you mentioned something. Let me look at it. Thank you, Cheryl. She says it is beautiful. Okay, I just didn't want it to look like a butterfly wing. I really didn't. Okay. Oh, little fellow wanted to fly in. All right. This, I think this will complete this whole wing. Now I'm going to show you, before I do the second wing, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I want to make sure that we highlight the halo. We still got to do all those details, highlighting the halo. And of course, you know, we gotta get him a little bit more looking celestial here. I think using the tacky glue definitely worked. I think I prefer that over being need one more, over being what do you call that, over using the hot glue. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, this is my last piece for this wing. And then we're going to start doing some details. And so I don't want to keep you here too long. Still got to do my other side of the wing. There. See that? All right. So what I'm going to do with the I'm going to use my liquid leaf, which is this kind of paint, and I'm going to use a small brush just to start doing the halo. Let me cover my tacky glue. Just to do my halo, if I could open it. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in there. Bring my lid. I'm going to come over here and try to do my halo. Can't talk when I'm doing really small painting. Especially if I don't have my glasses on. My readers. See that? Lovely. Now, I'm not going to use the same color. I'm going to go ahead and use the other gold. I'm going to use this one, which is more the this is called just gold. Oro. By Treasure Gold by Folkart. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to just brush the tips. So when I'm talking about the tips, it's literally the tips, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just come over here and just brush the tips of my, remember, this is not fully dried. But just to kind of bring attention to my highlights, make sure. So don't want you to miss this. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it. So just highlight the tips here. So whatever little tips I find, just the highs of his outfit, his robe. You see that? Here we go. So that way, we have little tiny bits. We're creating movement on the paint. Just by hitting those little spots. Kind of as if you're pretending that the light hits it there. And you just happen to let it shine there. I enjoy this, you guys. I hope you guys try this or something similar. I am enjoying this. Those little attention to details, that's usually what makes your crafts stand out. and it makes it your own. Kind of like gives it your signature, right? I am going to kind of create some type of rim on the bottom. So on the bottom, I am going to kind of like in a way, some outline, like a hem. I think that's it. All right, you guys, I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to leave from both YouTube and Facebook because I don't want to keep you too long as I just finish the other leaf. I'm sorry, the other wing. So now I also hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I do take my weekend for my family, and I'm going to be creating applications, as I told you, for college stuff. All right, and there it is. Hope you enjoy this. I truly did. Have a wonderful night, wonderful weekend. Enjoy the paint crafting with brown paper bags over tomorrow on the clock. Let me know if you guys enjoy this, if this is something that you would like to see. But I'm going to show you what he's done. It is beautiful, I think, so far. The halo came a little bit off, but that's okay. Notice that it's a little bit crooked, but that's all right. All right. Hope you enjoy this. Have a wonderful weekend. May God bless you. May God keep you. Give it a thumbs up. Miss Cindy, how are you? We were talking about you. We said we missed you. We haven't seen much of you today. With creating Cindy's creation. All right. And may God bless you, my friends. May God keep you. Make his face shine upon you. May the Lord grant you his peace today and always, because we need peace in this world. Have a beautiful night. I'm going to go ahead and finish my other wing. And I am going to put this one on the Craft 30 day whenever it Miss Tracy lets out of the bag the day it's going to be, and I will have that there. Have a beautiful night. I enjoy crafting with you. Adios.